You know that weird feeling when everything looks good in your life, but something inside just doesn't feel right? You have a job, friends, maybe even someone special, but there's this emptiness you can't shake off, like you're living someone else's life. I remember this time when I had everything I was supposed to have according to everyone around me. Nice house, stable job that paid well, a relationship that looked perfect from the outside. My parents were proud, friends congratulated me, social media showed this successful life. But every single morning I woke up feeling completely empty inside, like I was acting out a role I never chose for myself. And here's what nobody tells you, what your parents and school never teach you. We jump into relationships for all the wrong reasons. From when we're kids, they program us with fairy tales. They sell us this idea that finding someone is like winning the life lottery, that if you don't make it happen by a certain age, something's seriously wrong with you. But all that social pressure pushes us to make terrible decisions. I made exactly that mistake. I dove headfirst into a relationship thinking it would solve all my internal problems, that having someone by my side would automatically give me the security and peace I was missing. Huge mistake, maybe the most expensive one of my life. What really happened was I brought all my fears, insecurities, and emotional baggage straight into the center of that relationship. And obviously, it was a complete disaster. Here's the raw truth nobody wants to admit. If you're not okay with yourself, you'll never be okay with anyone else. It's exactly like trying to build a mansion on quicksand. Doesn't matter how beautiful it looks from outside, how expensive the materials are, it's going to collapse eventually. I've seen with my own eyes couples who've been together for decades but live like complete strangers under the same roof. They wake up, eat breakfast in silence, go to work, come back, have dinner watching TV without talking, and go to sleep. Why do they end up like this? Because from the start they got together out of fear, not genuine love. Fear of being alone forever, fear of running out of time and ending up as spinsters or bachelors, fear of judgment from family, friends, society. But listen to this very carefully. Being alone and at peace is infinitely better than being badly accompanied and in constant war. Let me tell you something I lived through firsthand. A bad relationship doesn't just slow you down in love, it completely drains the mental and emotional energy you need for all the other important areas of your life. Picture this for a second. Trying to build a successful business, chase your biggest dreams, grow professionally, while every day you have to fight with your partner about stupid stuff. It's practically impossible. Your mind is constantly split between what you want to achieve and the conflicts at home. All your creative energy goes into putting out emotional fires. And at the end of the day, you make zero progress toward your real goals. I remember whole nights arguing about nonsense and the next day having to present important projects, lead teams, make crucial decisions, with my mind completely shattered. It doesn't work. You just can't do it. You know when a relationship actually works, when it's really worth it? When two people who are already complete inside decide to walk together towards similar goals. Not when one broken person looks for another equally broken person to magically complete them. That's pure romantic movie fantasy. First key thing, shared direction. It's not enough at all that they're physically attracted or have good chemistry in bed. They need to be heading toward the same destination in life, have similar values, compatible goals, similar visions of the future. Because if one dreams of traveling the world as a digital nomad and the other wants a super traditional life with a house in the suburbs and fixed routine, sooner or later, those differences will tear them apart. There's no love that can resist opposite directions long term. Second essential key, deep mutual respect. Authentic love will never ask you to change your essence. It will accept you exactly as you are and push you to become your best possible version. If you constantly have to hide important parts of your personality, if you have to act different, if you feel like you can't be completely yourself for the relationship to work, then something is fundamentally wrong. A healthy relationship is where you can show all your sides without fear of judgment or rejection. Third crucial key, constant growth together. The most powerful couples I know are those where both push each other to evolve, to step out of their comfort zone, to chase bigger dreams. They're not the ones who settle for mediocrity and get stuck in boring routine. They challenge each other intellectually, support each other in ambitious projects, celebrate each other's successes without jealousy or toxic competition. But here comes the most important part of this whole message. Before you can have an extraordinary relationship with someone else, you absolutely have to do the internal work with yourself. What does doing that work actually mean? First, know yourself deeply. Know what your non-negotiable values are, what really motivates you, what your strengths and weaknesses are, what destructive patterns you repeat, where your fears come from. Second, Be comfortable with your own company. Be able to spend time alone without getting bored, without feeling anxious, without desperate need for constant distractions. Enjoy your own thoughts, your own presence. Third, have absolute clarity about where you're going in life, what you want to build, what legacy you want to leave, how you want to impact the world, what your deepest purpose is. When you achieve these 3 points, something magical happens. You automatically raise your standards. You no longer settle for just anyone who gives you attention. You don't accept basic disrespect. You don't justify clearly toxic behaviors. You don't stay in harmful situations out of pure fear of loneliness. The warning signs you should absolutely never ignore. First sign, they minimize or attack your dreams. If your partner constantly criticizes your ambitions, makes fun of your projects, or makes you feel like your goals are unrealistic or stupid, that person is consciously sabotaging you. Second sign, they make you feel like you're too much or not enough, too sensitive, too ambitious, too this or that, or not successful enough, attractive enough, smart enough. Real love doesn't put conditions. Third sign, you have to constantly explain what you feel. If every emotion you express needs to be defended, justified, or explained like it's a crime, you're with the wrong person. Fourth sign, every week there's unnecessary drama, fighting over stupid things, discussions that lead nowhere, conflicts that repeat in endless circles. Fifth sign, you feel lonelier when you're together than when you're actually alone. This is maybe the most painful one, being physically next to someone but feeling total emotional emptiness. If you recognize these signs in your current relationship, please don't wait for them to magically change over time. Don't make excuses. Don't say they're going through a rough patch or it'll get better when we get married. What you see at the beginning of a relationship is exactly what you're going to have multiplied by 10 later. Real love, the kind that's worth it, is completely different. It's quiet but powerful. It's safe but exciting. It's constant but never boring. It's not dramatic fireworks 24/7. It's more like a river that flows smooth but with unstoppable force toward the ocean. With the right person, you feel completely free being exactly who you are. You feel genuinely supported in your wildest ambitions. You feel truly heard when you speak. And the ultimate test is this. You feel more like yourself with that person by your side, not less. Your personality expands, it doesn't shrink. Your confidence grows, it doesn't decrease. Your dreams become clearer and bigger, not smaller and blurrier. Listen carefully. I'm not at all against marriage or serious relationships. I'm completely against getting married or committing for the wrong reasons. If you decide to take that important step, let it be because you genuinely found an exceptional person who understands you on a deep level, respects you unconditionally, and is walking in exactly your same life direction. Don't do it because you're terrified of being alone forever. Not because you feel like it's time according to the social clock. Not because literally all your friends are doing it and you feel pressured. My most honest and direct advice, before desperately going out to find your other half, seriously dedicate yourself to becoming a whole person. Build step by step a life that genuinely excites and makes you proud. Fearlessly chase your craziest dreams. Really learn to enjoy your own company without needing constant external validation. Develop hobbies you're passionate about. Create routines that nurture you. Surround yourself with friends who inspire you to grow. Invest in your education, your health, your personal growth. And only when someone extraordinary naturally appears in your path who's vibrating at exactly your same frequency of growth and ambition, then consider walking together toward the future. But always from emotional abundance, never from desperate need. Because true love isn't finding someone who magically saves you from your internal problems. It's finding someone incredible to mutually grow with toward even better versions of yourselves. That subtle but crucial difference changes absolutely everything in a relationship. And are you really ready for that kind of mature and powerful love? Then start today by developing a healthy, respectful, and loving relationship with yourself first. Everything else will come naturally when the timing is perfect. Don't rush because of social pressure. Don't despair because of temporary loneliness. The best things in life always come when you're internally prepared to receive and value them. And remember this fundamental truth. Your worth as a person will never depend on whether you have a partner or not. Your worth depends solely on who you choose to be when absolutely nobody is watching or judging you. That's the purest truth about relationships that almost nobody dares to tell. I sincerely hope this message helps you make better decisions. And if you know someone who urgently needs to hear these words, please share it without hesitation. Because everyone in this world deserves to experience authentic and transformative love, not emotional crumbs disguised as commitment.